Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Hello. Hi Jess. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome and congrats again. Well, Vessel should get a title, like official keymaster or something like that. Um, but yeah, how are you all doing? I am. Uh, so my stomach is slowly calming down. I have been going through some bad gastro issues. I won't go into too much here because TMI. Uncomfy. Um, my mouse dead. Nope. Um, but yeah, it's getting better day by day. Oh my goodness! Hi, Vitalina. A frog ben, a small beast with 4 legs, which which liveth both in water and on land. It is brown, green, or yellow, or it be tropical. It may have diverse colors. It hath lungs and gills both. It hatcheth from an egg, and it then is a tadpole. It groweth in ben a frog, and it then nebe nosed eaten. Nice, I like that. Probably not nosed, it's nocht. Nocht eaten. Raw indeed. Hi, how are you doing, Vetelin? I hope you're all doing better than me. Like I said, I have been going through some stomach issues and like intestine issues and such. So I'm living on rice wafers and white bread and like sports drinks and hunger. That's what I've been living on the past few days. I do have medicine though. I went to the doctor and got some medicine. So it's getting better and better by bit. And it's calm enough now that I'm hoping I should be able to get at least some stream. But yeah, don't be surprised if I suddenly have to rush off the toilet because my stomach or whatever is going oingo boingo. And as such, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing today. Sorry about that. So I was thinking, I do want to return eventually to my Baldur's Gate playthrough and continue the whole old RPGs, the old like Black Isle style RPGs in general. But I think I want to do that on Monday. Right. I don't know, it just feels more correct in my brain to do that on Monday. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully next stream on Monday, right, is to return to Baldur's Gate and continue that playthrough. That has been sitting there for a couple months now. Oof, I'll have to see if I can find my way back in. But other than that, Thursdays are just gonna be a free whatever day, right? Where I don't know what I'll be doing. I might whatever strikes my fancy, right? If I have some game design ideas, I might do some of that. If I want to do some art, like I did the pixel art animation, I might do that. But it is, holy heck, it is tough. Doing pixel art is tough and exhausting. So I don't have any habit built up yet, any mental fortitude for that built up yet. Or just, random other games that that I feel I've found or I feel like might fit or that I might want to play. I just found I have got a key going on. I have them pre-approved to join the playtest. So this is a first-person shooter in the. I got an email by Keymailer, which is a service you can sign up as a streamer or I guess content creator. Well, and they sent you key other offers. My channel is too small to get a lot of keys in general. Like I've known people who are like just getting a whole bunch of things because their channel is even just slightly bigger than mine. But I don't have enough viewers for Keymailer. Which, eh. I mean, I appreciate every single one of you. Don't get me wrong. It is amazing that that you show up, and I very thankful. Like I could not have expected. But other people might look at my channel and go, "Yeah, no, not important." So I don't get a lot of, and then the ones I do get are like, I don't play these. I don't play first-person shooters like the Doom series or the Halo series. That's not my forte. That's not what I know. That's not the type of game I'm familiar with. I can't give good feedback on it. I'd be like, yeah, fun. This looks like a first-person shooter with some inspiration from like. Wait, who asked about FPS? So Keymailer. It's a service, as the name implies. They mail you keys to games, right? And you can sign up and say like, oh, this is my channel, my Twitch channel or my YouTube channel, and I stream or I make videos, and then Keymailer will be like, oh yeah, you have 200 viewers. Let's give you lots of keys to play, so that, you know, it's the whole, if you get a key for free, so you stream this game to your viewers, and then more people hear about the game, and you promote it, blah. You know, it's a whole like mutually beneficial kind of deal. But I don't have 200 viewers. I don't even have 20 viewers.
Raiding party!
You must gather your party before
oh my
venturing
goodness,
forth.
what the heck? Wiggles Anansi? Hello, welcome. Hi. Completely unexpected, but hi, welcome. Who this? Joe, aha. Hi, calling all spiders. Ah, indeed. Welcome. How are you doing? What were you doing? You were Catherine. Wow. How was that? That's I have seen gameplay of that, and that is a tough. It looks like a really tough evolution of what do you call it? Qbert? Something like that. But yeah, how was that? Also, thank you for the follow. Follows are anonymous. But if you do want to announce that you have followed, I have a redeem for that, or you can just chat. But yeah, welcome Raiders. It's very nice to see you all here. We just started stream basically. So you're catching us right at the beginning. So hooray. Yeah, I followed exactly like that. Okay. You figured it out. Very good. But yeah, my name is Chichin. I'm a Bard VTuber, and I am currently slowly getting back into a more regular streaming schedule. I had like huge upheavals happening in my life. Not bad upheavals, not like disaster upheavals, but just like I moved continent, I got new job, and visa issue, blah, all, you know, big things happening in life, big changes. And so I am trying to get back into a regular schedule and figuring out what we're doing. So when I did stream more regularly, I used to stream like old role-playing games, things like the old Baldur's Gate, right, that kind of deal. And also role-playing game design on stream. Except for today, I don't know what I'll be doing. Moving, starting a new job will do that to you? Yeah. So there's been some stuff happening. I moved from, not old, it's a classic. Fair. It is a classic indeed. Now I moved from from Germany to Taiwan. So now I've been living in Taiwan for about a year, and the only reason I get to live here is, if I can live here, is if I have a job, if I have like a legit reason to get a visa. So right now, that was kind of what was happening. And so yeah, I need the visa for job and health insurance and all that, and of course I also need it for money. Yeah. So that's been going on. Also, it's the new semester at school, and I am a teacher. I don't teach at school, but my students go to school, right? So when their semester changes, my times have to change with them. So yeah, so things have been going on, but I am finding new days for which to stream, hopefully. Right now, Mondays and Thursdays are the goal. Not yet. Not yet. I've only been... What do you call that? Hold on, if you teach at a university but you don't have a doctor degree, do you still call those professors, or do you call those like lecturers? I don't know the title names in English. I only know them in German. You call those... I think professor is only people who actually have a doctorate degree? If you teach at a university, or are like employed as some sort of professor position? Didn't think there was a title difference. I don't know if there is a very clear difference in German, right? Where you have like anyone who teaches at a university is called a Dozent, like a docent, and then professors are only those who are actually employed in a professor position, like assistant professor or full professor or something like that, who might be working toward a tenure. So I don't know. I don't know what it is like in like English language systems. Professors at community colleges don't necessarily need doctorates. Okay, if the states, if a professor has a doctorate, we just call them doctor. Fair. I mean, very fair. And I mean, professor, I don't know how it is in the States, but in Germany, professor is an actual title that you can earn past that. I just assume all my professors at uni had doctorates. You'd assume that, right? No, yeah, I mean, fair. Not everyone who teaches at a university has to have a doctorate. Like, I taught at a university for a couple of years, and I have a master's degree. I don't have a doctorate. So I'm not actually doctor yet? Question mark. But yeah. Anyway, but I was also definitely not professor, because how it works in Germany is like you get a doctorate degree, and then you can be employed as a professor. But to get the professor title, you have to actually write something that's called a habilitation, and that's like a it's like a doctorate thesis on drugs, right? So you do a whole big, huge, much bigger research project, and you have to write it's like a thesis, but you call it a habilitation, and then you have to defend it in front of a panel and all of that good things, right? All of that, and I think you need like publication history and all that stuff to then get your habilitation, and at that point you have the professor title, right? So you can on all of your like IDs and registry, you can put in, yeah, I'm now professor, doctor, something, right? Which is a big deal apparently, and not everyone does that. Even people who are employed in a professor position, doctor, teacher. I don't know about that. So yeah, and I guess every country has its own system, right? Like in Taiwan, if you want to teach at a university, and you don't have a doctorate degree, look, uh, very very few universities are actually going to consider you for anything serious. As a doctorate degree is super important, and then also super prestigious here in Taiwan. So that's one of the reasons I'm considering getting one eventually. To open up more job opportunities, because that is my my expertise, right? Like teaching, specifically teaching languages. That is what I do. And if I can do that at a university, that is going to be A, more secure, and B, probably slightly better paid than going to. So yeah, that's like a long-term, 5 years from now kind of goal. I've got a lurk. I haven't eaten yet. Oh no, go eat. Should be back out. If not back, but if not, enjoy stream. Have fun playing what you will play. Yeah, thank you. And yes, please do go eat. Yes, any raiders, please. If you need to eat or rest or anything, please do. Yes. Please don't feel chained down by my ramblings. I ramble. It's a thing. I'm a bit of a raconteur in that regard. So yeah, I ramble, I talk. It's a thing. Don't feel beholden in any way. But if you do want to stay and listen to that, if you want to, throw in some
Updated
thoughts
my journal.
and such. Ooh, yeah, thank you for the follow. Again, they're anonymous. Feel free to lurk, to chat, to do whatever it is, and I hope you will enjoy. Yeah. And also, like I said, I don't know what I'll be doing yet. Tiberius Skywalker. Hello from Blue Sky. Ooh, hello. I've been meaning to follow you for a while, but never got around to it. Hey, yo. Hi. Hold on. It's nice to see someone hop over from Blue Sky. Hello, how are you doing? But yeah, I hope you're doing better than me. But yeah, nice of you to drop in. And yeah, hold on a time. Let me check. I think I remember. Yeah, I remember that name. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see now. Yeah, I am following you as well on Blue Sky. That I recall. But yeah, nice to see you on here. So I'm not sure completely what I will be doing. So I'm not, I don't think I'm at the right energy level to do anything intensely creative. I was toying with the idea of transcribing music, which is something I do every now and then. Not on stream, I just do it for my own fun. Essentially, where I take a piece of music that I really like and try to transcribe it onto piano. I was thinking of doing that, but I woke up this morning and realized I do not have the energy to do that well. And what probably drag on a lot right now. I'll eventually do that at some point because I do think it might be right. Like how the heck do you get piano scores of music, like game soundtracks and stuff? Well, the answer is you listen to it and then you write it down. And that might be interesting, but I think I might instead go for, I don't know, a game. Just place that is a bit more chill. So a game that I have been absorbed and completely consumed by is Genshin Impact that I have been doing. And there's some stuff I can do that is not story related things. A, because of spoilers, and B, also because I play Genshin in Chinese. And if there's story stuff happening in Chinese, I doubt a lot of people here are able to follow, and it'll just be very, very boring, I believe. So there's other things to do in that game. Or I've been thinking, what other games are there to play? What other games do maybe something that I can install. I don't know if I can install game while streaming. Composing music is always tedious, especially because of having to just switch the notes to fit the new key. Yeah, no, that's transposing music. And I mean, yes, you are correct. Transposing music is pretty tedious. Unless you have a program that just does it for you, right? Where you insert everything into there and then and then you just go, oh no, change the key from this to that, and then does it automatically. But I was talking about transcribing music, where you listen to a piece of music and then you write down the notes that you hear to get sheets. Are you not having to transpose it to fit to piano? I transpose it as I hear it. And I mean, usually, like, when I transpose music, I don't change the key. I transpose it as I hear it. I transcribe it. Oh my goodness, all these words. I transcribe it as I hear it. Also, mostly I transcribe piano music. So, you know, like game soundtracks and such that don't have scores released, but that I would like to play anyway, that I would like to have as a game, as available. But like if there are multiple instruments, for example, yes, then it can be a bit okay, where do I place this? How do I make it sound correct? And there's only so many notes you can play on a piano before you run out of fingers, and before it starts becoming too messy because all the notes are the same instrument and very close together. So you do have to make choices on which notes do I keep, which notes do I leave out, what do I actually play to get the same effect. And I might get to that at some point. There are some pieces of music that I really want to transcribe that are more orchestral. But I feel like it's too. I was up last night talking about music theory in our stream. Oh my god! Yes, please. I've only had to transcribe once, I think, when I took music theory then, and it was the most fun since I'd never done it before. Yeah, the first time you do it, it's like, oh, what am I doing with my life? So yes, it's a thing. But then I did it on a piece of music that I really liked, and I was like, I am willing to sit through the process for this piece of music, because I really want to be able to play this. I love this piece of music so much. I want to have sheet music. I want to be able to play it. So that kind of got me through it. And then ever since then, I've just been, slowly working on the skill. I'm not great at reading sight reading. Sight reading, yeah, I'm not good at sight reading. Sight reading is a completely different. It's I'm that one that I'm also practicing slightly. But I have found that yes, beyond a certain point, sight reading, you get diminishing returns, right? Unless you want to be able to just play, get a piece of music in front of you and then just play it like that. Okay, yeah, that is something really to practice. That is a pretty high level skill. But for me, like my sight reading right now is at a stage where I can kind of recognize all the notes, but I'm more interested in ear training. Where I am able to recognize changes in notes and jumps between notes just by hearing them. That is something I'm training right now. So things like if you go da da, it's like, okay, that's a fifth, right? And you know, things like that. I'm like, sight reading is fun once everything clicks into place. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of a couple of steps away from that. But it's a very, like, sight reading at the beginning is like, oh hey, cool, yeah, you understand what note is what, and then you go slowly and you improve relatively quickly. But then at some point, it's like that last little bit costs a whole bunch of mental energy and practice and time, and you're like, oh. It's like 20% of the energy gets you 80% of the way, and then the last 20% of the way costs 80% of the energy. That kind of idea, right? I rate MIDI rolls a lot. Oh, like the sheet music MIDI and that programs spit out that computers can also read, or like MIDI programs can also read. You mean that? And tracker code. What is that in terms of music? I'm not sure what tracker. If you asked me to sight read bass clef, then I'd be lost. Aha! Okay, the music I played in band was always in treble for French horn. Oh, beautiful. Nice. Other than when I had to transpose key to B flat, the key of F natural. Oh no, that's a fifth. That's not easy. Okay, yeah. For mellophone for trumpet music, all the instruments I play on are in. Brass players scare me. Yes, I was in a couple of bands in school, like as in like the like not. Yes, I was also in a band with like a rock band with friends, but like school music groups, like chamber orchestra kind of deal, that sort of thing, or like a jazz band. And we always had like, oh yeah, for saxophones you have to play this, and then for trumpets you play this, and then for it's like, oh my goodness, everyone has like is tuned differently. And that was yeah, that's when I first learned that different instruments are just based on completely different phonics, I guess, right? I played French horn for 6 years. Wow. Mellophone technically for 1.5 years because it was our alternate for marching. So I'm guessing mellophone is kind of is also a brass instrument then? I've never heard mellophone before. Like I know French horn and I know trumpet and like saxophone. I know that saxophone is not brass. And trombone and all that. I've never heard mellophone. But yes, brass players scare me. A bit like a bigger trumpet as applied to. Ooh, okay. But yeah, I play piano, So I had to learn both treble clef and bass clef at the same time, basically. And I also sing. And I mainly sing bass. I don't know if you could tell, but I mainly sing bass. And on a concert, like on a choir, on choir sheet music, words, the bass line is always in bass clef. Kind of duh now that I say it out loud, right? The bass line is always in bass clef. And so I have to read that. Yeah. Picture sent. I'm trying to teach myself how to write for the flute because of the... Ooh, that's fascinating. I love that. I love when like one hobby leads to other hobbies. Okay. Send. Flutes terrify me because of all the trills in the directory. Ooh. Yeah. That's... Oh, okay. Let me... Where can I... A bunch. Where did I say? Image full. Do you have that? Do you have just like a couple folders where you just... Yeah, I'm not... Boom. There, that thing. Okay. So it is like a shorter, but like more... I was gonna say a word that would sound really weird out of context. A more horn-like trumpet. A stockier, more horn-like trumpet. It has a bigger bell to it. Yeah. Wait, where is this? No. That was a private message, but here it's on. Yeah, okay. So, hold on. Many windows open. Okay. Yeah, this looks, and I can see like it has more the valve tubes, and it is like feels much longer in general. But okay, cool. That's cool. All right. Okay. I don't own one, sadly, but they were lent out by the schools when I played. I mean, that's good, right? That the school is like, oh, you play this instrument, you don't need to cough up the money to buy one. French horns alone cost a decent amount when I played, and they dinged up pretty. Ooh, yeah. I can imagine. I mean, instruments in general can cost quite a bit, unless there's something like a plastic recorder or something that you can just find in any general store for like $2. I mean, then they sound like a $2 recorder, but you know, if you just want to try some music, why not? I had a whole bunch. I had like a bunch of plastic recorders and like an ocarina, again a plastic ocarina and like that. They're buried somewhere in some crate. You have too much stuff. just accrued from generation. I low-key want to make the xylophone. Xylophone. Half recorder and a half horn. Huh. I have seen an instrument that is like that where the main body looks like that of a recorder. Right? As in it has the hole, it doesn't have valves or buttons, it has holes. But then it's longer and like stockier and has a bell on the bottom and all that. I seem to dimly recall an instrument that looks like that. I don't know, it's the xylophone. Okay, it's an instrument my character invented. Okay, fair. I have a slide whistle somewhere and a keyboard. Yeah. It's just like it's somewhere. We also have a small guitar, like a slightly more kid-sized guitar sitting around, but the strings are completely busted up because no one has touched it in like 10 years. There is a music store, a stringed instrument store, like 15 minutes from where I live, or something like that. 15-20 minutes. So I could just go there and be like, please restring this guitar for me. And it's probably not gonna cost too much, right? Like restringing guitar, like how much cost? So I could totally do that. It's just finding the time and finding the will. Yeah. One day. And then I can do some music. There's a couple songs I want to practice that you can accompany with guitar. They're not originally accompanied by guitar, they're accompanied by like lute. But you know, I don't have the money to shell out for a lute. So guitar is gonna quarter with a bell of a horn and a bendy tube with a okay. Nice. So it's not brass wind, it's woodwind. What I'm hearing. We're not thinking of the that Portuguese chamaleo? Is that how you pronounce it? Chamayo. I am getting a fashion store and a printing technique. Yeah, no, there's apparently a fashion chain called Camayo that is showing up right now. Shalom. Is it that thing? Oh, hey. Chalumeau. Okay, so that's French. Chalumeau. Right. This exists in German, Schalmei. Right. And you can have those with a bell at the... Yeah. Yeah, it's like a type of recorder. Yeah. It looks like more an oboe. Yeah, it looks... It depends. There's a big one that has like the side mouthpiece that looks like an oboe. Or like a, what do you call it, a bassoon? Not that big, but like... Okay, yeah, but I think that's what the one I saw. That has like the big piece at the end. Yeah. This image. You get that up there. Oh, you mean the Zaya phone looks more like that? Okay. But yeah, that was the image I had in mind when you were talking about a merge between a horn and a recorder. This thing. Yeah, that. Right, that's what I had in mind. Yeah, I wasn't fantasizing about something that this actually exists, right? See, it kind of looks like a recorder with holes, and then it has a big thing at the end, except the bell is bigger, made of metal. Yeah. I think that might exist as well. And then yeah, a reed on top. Right? A mouthpiece with a reed on top. Yeah. Okay, now we know. Today I learned. The chalut. Okay, so in English you just use the French word for it, chalumeau. Other end is vodka. Okay, so okay. I think yeah. I mean, why not? That's the beauty about all these instruments. You make some slight changes and it completely changes the timbre of the sound that it makes. And it's like, hey, new sound. Let's put that into music. Why not? It's the musical equivalent of a. I like that. And then you put a slide onto it as well. Right. It sounds like it worked fairly well, though, ADHD and all. Yeah. I mean, why not? I do need to do. You know what? All of this talk about music is like, I want to, don't want to transcribe music. But the thing is, I don't have any music ready to transcribe, right? That's the other thing. I have a couple of songs that sound interesting. And like, what's word? So essentially, again, Genshin Impact, right? A lot of the background music is really good, and some of them are just pure piano pieces. I was thinking, you know what, I could totally use those as transcription practice again to get back into it. But I don't know what the pieces are called. The only access I have to the Genshin background music is like long videos that are like 40-50 minutes long that have a whole collection. They're basically an entire album, right? And I don't know which album that particular piece might be in. I don't know which song of the album it is. I don't know what it's called, so I can't just go right there and listen to it. I would have to listen to the whole thing and find, oh, it's this song right here in this album, and I might have to, I don't know, download it and cut it out so I have that but and nothing else. So I don't have anything prepared for that. I may have to do that. I may have to just go through the music albums and be like, okay, this song I want to transcribe, and then actually prepare. Because if I do that now, I'd just be sitting here listening to like 3 hours of background music, and having to pay attention to those 3 hours of background music, because I can't, like, if the song just goes by and I've been talking, it's like, oh wait, did I just hear it? I don't know. Let's go back and listen to it again. So yeah, that's why we're not doing that. But I do want to Oh, thank you for the stretcher, Deep. And the hydrate. Okay. Oi. Um. And like but the whole talk also reminded me of doing when I did music theory. I actually I did a couple of streams where I taught music theory on stream. And then I've tried teaching it to someone else, and I've realized music theory is not easy. Or I haven't quite cracked that yet, because there is a lot of a really bad timekeeper. No, please. It's good that you're doing them in the first place. So don't worry about that. Because there's no good entry point past a certain level. Because it just branches out in a lot of different paths, like music theory, and then but all of them are kind of important. It's like, which path do I go down first? And then it's difficult because all things build up on each other, right? So you can't take this is the first brick and then we put the next brick on top of that and then the next brick on. It's like, no, if I teach this brick, part of the second brick is actually building underneath here, so I need to kind of teach that as well, but then that relies on something that builds upon what I wanted to teach first. It's like, so there's it's I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe there's a good way to teach it, but I haven't figured it out yet. And at a certain point, music theory is basically just math. There's a lot of math in it, a lot of mathematical thinking in it. So a lot of people just kind of log off at that point. Like, I came here to learn music, not math. But yeah, no, math is in everything. Because even in linguistics, what I learned. So this is a fun anecdote. When I was in high school, it was very clear to me that I was going to study linguistics. Like, that was the one thing I was interested in. And that was like basically the only thing I was looking for eventually when it came to university. Like, yeah, no, I'm gonna study linguistics. That's the thing. And then I looked up, like, okay, what do you need for linguistics? I mean, it helps if you speak more than one language, right? But then the other real subject that you need if you want to study linguistics is math. And so you need to be good at math. I was like, okay. So in high school, that made me pick higher level math classes, which was holy crap. We did calculus and all of that fun thing that you do in like higher level high school math. But it taught me a lot of like how to think mathematically, how to deal with mathematical systems. And then later on in linguistics at university, one of the very first classes we had to do was basically like Linguistics 101, Intro to Linguistics, which was like, we just run the entire gamut of everything that makes up how do you analyze a language. And as we started to go from morphology, which is like how do words change, to syntax, which is how sentences are built, suddenly we just dove headfirst into math, because that's how you analyze sentences most of the time, right? You use mathematical models. And as we started that and went a bit into that, you could see half the class just sitting there with blank looks on their faces and just gave up. They just gave up. Because they're like, what is all of this math? I don't understand this. I came here to study language, not math. It's like, yeah. But how you analyze language is you use mathematical model. So yeah, math is in everything. Yeah. So yeah, long story short, it's also in music theory, and it's very much like, how do you actually teach without just diving straight into let's have a math class? And that's why I picked anthropology. Oh, you did? Oh, that's also cool. And yeah, anthropology is is one of those subjects. I mean, it's like, if you first learn about it, it's like, oh, okay, I know what you're studying. But then it's like, wait a minute, this is so deep. There's so much going on here. But I can imagine that it's probably not as much math as others. I don't know. Do you deal with a lot of like data and statistics in anthropology? A lot less math. Yeah. I don't actually know much about anthropology. I know it is the study of more like cultures and more theory. Okay. So yeah. But theory and communication. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. I ended up doing a lot of, like, I minored in economics. So all the calculus and such that I learned didn't go to waste because I actually used that in economics. But minoring in economics has also completely disillusioned me to that subject. It's like, yeah, no, economists, they're living in a fantasy world. They have all of these perfect models that perfectly describe the perfect economic and rational. It's all like, no, that's not how the world works. But okay, ads will appear in about a minute, so I will have to get up. I will have to have a slice of that, but I do need to get up for a little bit and have a stretch. So I will. Sorry, I will. Do I have enough drink? Okay, I have enough drink. Okay, that's good. But yeah, I will go away for a little bit. You too, if you need to like go hydrate, go stretch, etc. Do that, and then we can see. I don't know. Maybe we'll just continue talking. This is a lot of fun. But yeah, I will be back in a couple. See you then. Be back? Be back. Okay. I'm just munching on some bread. Oh my goodness. 5 streams. Awkward Pain. Thank you so much. Wow, and congratulations. How'd the animation from the last stream? We finished. We actually finished it. Hold on, let me find it. Where do I have it? Hey, how are you doing? Find it real quick. It's small. Yeah. This was what we did last stream. I worked 4 hours to create this one animation. I'm already seeing a couple of mistakes in it. But you know what? I'm calling it done for now. If I want to remake it at some point, I can. I probably will at some point when I have more experience with pixel art. But for now, this was very good practice. But yeah, this was the entirety of last stream. Just me sitting there putting together pixel by pixel. Yeah, we finished that. I treat 99% of my... Yeah, it's like at some point you just gotta call it done. And then be like, I will have more skill later on. And improve on it if I want to. And yeah, maybe some pieces... I mean, a lot of artists do that, right? They have a piece they really like, and then a year later or 2-3 years later, they say, I want to redraw this with all the skill I've gained in the meantime. And then they do. Right? So why not? It's just, it has to go from my head out into the world, and then it's like, live free. You're no longer in my head. Just go and be your best self, and I can work on other things. Did that for an art challenge. Was really happy with the result. Like the be done thing or the rework thing. The redrawing old art. Nice. Yeah. And I don't do art consistently enough. I think we really have growth in any sort of appreciable time. So it's more difficult for me to see. But yeah, we're just sitting here. I'm not sure what to do. I'm actually curious. Am I able to install a game while streaming? I should. Installing game is download and streaming is upload.
Updated my journal.
Oh. Thank you for the follow. Follows are anonymous. So if you wish to lurk and such, feel free to continue doing so. Otherwise, you're free to say hi or chat or do whatever it is. Hope you enjoy your stay. Heyo, okay. Hi, Red Werewolf 2. How's it going? Nice to see you. So the thought right now is I am going to return to Baldur's Gate. Ooh, Ace Bright needs it. Is it not updating because YouTube Studio's running? No, never mind. Okay. Relaxing right now. How are you? I am recovering. I had some bad stomach and such issue past 2. But I am hydrate. Thank you for that. Okay. But yeah, plan now, or in general, is I want to return to Baldur's Gate and return to the old RPGs, a classic RPG. But do that on Monday. So every Monday will be the RPGs, the classic RPGs. It just kind of, I don't know, feels more right. Which leaves Thursdays for anything else. Anything else, right? Chatting, or for I don't know, different games, art, game design, whatever you like. Like for next Thursday, I could totally do the music transcription. Because by then I should have enough time to prepare that. Maybe that would be interesting to see. Maybe. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of listening to the same bits of music again and again. But also, turning music, capturing music from sound, from ephemeral sound into more permanent, not ink on paper, but notes on sheet. So that might be an idea. Could also ask. I'm asking right now, actually, everyone, if you think that would be interesting, seeing, watching music transcription, not just seeing music transcription, but watching me do that. I have to. Otherwise, not sure what else. I mean, there's a lot of things I could do, but right now I'm not really in the middle of a role-playing game I'm designing, for instance. I have one that's mostly written up, and with that one done, like some other ideas are just kind of brewing a little bit in the background. They're still fermenting, and not yet ready to build on actively. So yeah, don't know. Don't know yet what to do. So one idea one idea for what I could do today is to again play some Genshin and do some just random, again, some random exploring and some random challenges. I don't know. I'm not great at this. I usually just plan out all of my streams. I used to have a very fixed schedule. Like I have these kinds of games out, and then I have this specific one here picked out, and I would have a schedule, and I would write down exactly, okay, I will start this game today, or I will do exactly this today, and when I just have an open stream like this, it's like I just press start streaming. I have no ideas. Head empty right now. So yeah. Genshin will probably be easy. Tons of stuff just to do. I know, that's what I was thinking. And there's some stuff that I've been putting off in Genshin. Okay. Like, so my goal right now in Genshin is I need to secure a lot of pulls for the wish. Because there's a character coming up that I really, really want. Her banner comes out in like 3 or 4 days. And I really want that character. So the goal is to get as many pulls as possible for when her banner is live. And questing or finding anything, yes, anything. Finishing quests, doing instances, opening treasure chests, doing challenges. Right? Anything will get you Primo Gems. And there are some things that are quite effective at giving you Primo Gems that I have been putting off. So maybe I can use this to, you know what, screw it, I'll do them now. So, I guess why. Okay. Okay, actually, yeah, let me just do this. Let me change the Genshin Act category here. Okay. Hello. We're here. Okay. There's an event going on that'll last for another 3.5 days. 4 days. But the only thing that's left with that is story. So I'm not gonna do that. The other stuff. So there was something definitely that I wanted to do. Change the look. Shin Impact, yes. Exactly. This. Where is it? I will give you Razor's.
背后交给我。
Is she?
一起动身吧。
So, I thought you were gonna play Baldur's Gate on Monday. On Monday.
Yep.
But yeah, this is Razor, as you can see on the side, as his name, Razor. And this, oops, this is Scooter. So, we have Razor, Scooter. Okay. But yeah, no, I'm doing the classic RPG. Hold up, who was in my team? Who was in my team?
好，出发
And
吧！
who else was on my team?
赞颂我的降临吧。
On Monday, I'm gonna turn Monday into the classic RPG day.
现身吧，奥兹！热乎热乎嘛。
雪纷飞，
Yeah, so I will start that or restart that, get back into that next week on Monday. How close are you to the BG 1.5? I am in the middle of it. Like I finished Baldur's Gate 1 and we're well underway in Baldur's Gate, like the interquel 1.5. And I think I'm in chapter. So the first Baldur's Gate has 7 chapters, I believe. So the integral starts at chapter 8, and I think I'm in chapter 10 or 11. I forgot. And I've never played it before, so I don't know how big each chapter is, how much more there is left to go, but I've done most of the traveling bits and most of the chapter where you set up to invade the castle to get to the final boss. Or not. 2 is the one I played the most. Yeah, same. I played 2 a whole bunch. I never did do 1.5 either. Yeah, like by the time 1.5 came out, I mean it came out 10 years after. So by that time it's like I'm in high school and university. I don't have as much time anymore. And also there are other games now. So I never really got into it until now. That was decades ago. I mean 1.5 when did 1.5 come out? 15 years? Like Baldur's Gates 1 and 2 are give or take 25 years. And then about 10 years after that is when the enhanced editions came out. So yeah, roughly 15 years for Siege of Dragonspeak. Give or take. Yeah. So definitely. So yeah, on this very unfortunately named place, back when the Nazi in chief was not yet as obviously in the Nazi. There's this endgame dungeon. It's not fully endgame. Called the Spiral Abyss, right? But it is basically a resetting dungeon that resets every month, I guess. and offers new challenges that you can do again and again for new rules. When a character receives healing, a shockwave will be unleashed at the character's position, dealing true damage to you. So essentially, pretty unfortunate name. Yeah. Wait, essentially how the Spiral Abyss works is you have floors, right? And you have these 8 floors, which are the introduction to the Spiral Abyss, basically. And these you do once. And then you hop into here and you go floors 9 to 12. And those are the ones that reset. And you can get stuff from them. Right? This, yeah, artifact. You don't actually get Primogems. Ah, you only get Primogems on from. But to get to floor 9, I need to finish these first. So there are 3 chambers per floor, and for every chamber you can get up to 3 stars, which is what the 9. So here I got 6 out of 9 stars, and you need that. Yeah, I got this chamber 1. I got 3 stars. Chamber 2. I got 3 stars. Chamber 3. Okay, it's basically just speed. So I need a remaining time of longer than 330 seconds, which is 5.5. Yep. I have to assemble 2 teams. One that fights against these enemies and one that fights against these. So these guys are all a lot of... So I need heavy hitting attacks. And there's Cryonelectric. Then down here there's Pyro. So I don't want any Pyro characters for the second. Means do I have to restart the whole floor? Guessing I may have to restart the whole floor. Challenge for someone floor 6 chamber 1. Okay. Fair. So what's floor 6 chamber 1? Cryo. Pyro. Okay, so this split of there's always Pyro in the second half. Okay, let's assemble a team. Could they be in the boxes? The Primogems? No. The boxes hold artifacts. You can check. Look at the rewards. Check the main reliquary. So this holds certain artifacts. And Primogems are always like their own thing because they want to bait you with it. Those are the things that you want. Yeah, but you know, I need to finish this anyway, and it gives a ton of money. And okay, so first half and second. So first half, I want all my Pyro characters. And here I want, or not, I don't know, Cryo, and then here I want heavy hitting characters. Like so. These floors are still gonna be relatively easy, I think. Yeah, they're level 60. I need not worry. My characters are all level 90 or 80, right? And the enemies are level 60. I don't have to worry. Okay. Let's just do this. So these are just big combat challenges. And you get these buffs So there's types. There's effective this chamber or effective this floor. I don't need to worry too much about resistance and such. I want the damage effective. Cannot swap gadgets. Can I only do that once the challenge is... does that mean I don't have access to my food? Uh-oh. I messed up. Oh, and I'm given a lot of time.
想看樱花吗？
Also, if you play Genshin normally but don't use the Chinese voices, well, now you get to listen to the Chinese voices,
热乎热乎嘛！
which, I don't know, might be interesting.
原石的重量令人安心。小心火烛！哎，哎，呼！
I mean, there's 17 enemies.
金鱼来啦！哎呀！哼！呼！哎呀！
耶！
Probably gonna be some
一定要干净利落。
Also, the whole gadget thing is... Why am I not allowed to switch my gadget, please?
说吧，喷火！哼！想看樱花吗？开锅了，开锅了！
Because I have a food gadget. Or I might not be able to use food. I don't actually know. Okay. Second half. This is more of the pyro.
以断罪之名，
你很疼。
6308是否？呀，失礼了。哼！呀！好呀！
Oh my goodness, that is a lot of damage. That was like 3 hits.
确认安全距离。哈！哈！这，嘿！雪纷飞，
Wait, I'm not worried about the enemy damage at all at this stage. It deals so little damage to me.
不对。切！
现身吧，奥兹！
But having to get used to 2 teams. Yeah, just gotta go fast,
起舞
exactly.
吧！哈！
Because the stars are all about how fast you go. The amount of stars you...
神力流双灭。呀！哈！哈！嘿嘿哈！以断罪之名。呀！雪纷飞。
Okay, whew. Nice. Okay. Character normal attack speed instantly restores 25%. Oh, right. Right, I don't get to eat food because I keep the HP through the floor. I remember now. I'm not good enough to keep targeting weak points, so I'm gonna do... I need to restore 25%? I don't think so. Go with attack speed. Yeah, see, these people are... They're not hurt. Look at them, they're perfectly fine.
锅巴，喷火！原石的重量令人安心。
Also, I have Noelle. Apparently Noelle heals a little bit. I'm getting shockwaves.
点燃引信。
Sorry, I'm
讲不
okay.
通就打扁了。嘿，哈，这，哼，哈，想看烟花吗？
These Abyss Mages are the most annoying because of their shields.
这下不算。嘿，
Who is healing? Oh, you. You're dead.
岩石的重量令人安心。
26 opponents. Dang.
该打扫战场了。应该赶得上。
Like, some enemies have very kind of annoying defenses that you first have to go through. Like the Abyss Mages, those floating little gremlins, they always have an elemental shield, which is pretty powerful. And you can only really deal effective damage to the elemental shield by using the correct counter element. Right, so if you have like the Cryo Abyss Mage, you have to use something like Pyro
一定要干净利落。
to get through. Otherwise, the damage you deal to the shield is abysmal, and then they just stay there, and you just sit there hitting them forever, and not doing anything. Okay, see, this is all of the Pyro.
6308射锋单元，嘿，嘿，嘿，哦，失礼了呀，哈，
Is the chaos?
好好确认安全距离，嘿，呵，呵，现身吧，奥兹。
Don't want you.
不对，抓到了。
Oh my goodness.
顶之压，
Their skill has such a long cooldown, I'm not used to it yet.
又来了，
好，6308射锋单元呀，
And then I just wasted it. So, I'm not used to having her on this position. I'm used to having a different character on this position. But okay.
雪森 C，
Just managing two teams is just an added handicap. Ah. Come on.
嘿，
Okay. Did I get it? I got it. Alright. I couldn't really get used to doing the elemental combos, which is like 90% of comp system. Yeah, I can see that. It's some of them are quite intuitive, but some of them are a bit like. Some of them are very creative. It's like if you have Cryo and Electro, it's Superconduct, which is like, oh yeah, that does make sense, right? It's a creative combination, but it does make sense. And then some of them are like, you have to think twice about them. Yeah, more attack. Let's do that. More attack. Get through it even quicker. Okay, this is the one with the big dudes.
救命啊！
Where are you? There you are.
这是斩灭海山的力量。
This is the reason I brought in